Anybody want to play? Maybe I should go on my phone and put it on Instagram. Me and Shrunken Ned are here to chat. That's Shrunken Ned. He is our favorite Disney person, even though he's not a character. I was going to take us outside, but the sun is hitting us in just a way that it's just not going to work. Let me turn this on, turn it down. Anybody here want to say hello? Hi, Anita. Hello. How are you? A total chaos homestead. You know what? Did you change your name? Are you still Chaos Jen? Did you change your name, or do we have two chaos channels? Chaos is such a descriptive, accurate word for the world right now, isn't it? Hi, Gina. Thank you, Susan, and to everybody here, happy belated Mother's Day. Two chaos channels. Okay, awesome. Hopefully the other one will show up too. I was just out walking. I've had a day. I mean, Rihanna, pretty name. Is it Rihanna or Rihanna? I always like to try to get everybody's names right. I get them all right, and then I get them mixed up, and then I forget. But I do give it my best. I should have grabbed some lotion. I'll tell you what, all this hand washing is just drying the bloody heck out of my hands that are already dry to start with. It is, what time is it here? It is 4:45. Steve is laying down. I just went and got my 10,000 steps in one foul swoop. I promised myself that, okay, Nita, I'm always touching my face in my videos, but it itches. Just plain Rihanna. Oh, not just plain anything, honey. Everybody's name is pretty. Hold on. I just promised myself there's no excuse not to walk while Oliver isn't here. You know what, maybe if anybody new here, I should put WW in my titles. Maybe I can do it on my phone so that if there's anybody perusing the interwebs right now that's on WW, they know what we're talking about. So I promised myself, since Oliver was going to be at his grandmother's this week, that there is no reason for me not to walk. Well, as I have told you guys, I'm having the weirdest sleeping issues, and I just can't explain it. I went to bed, I don't know, 9:30, 10 last night, slept until 10 today, okay, straight through. Finally thought I better get my happy ass out of bed, got up, got dressed, ate breakfast, took my dog out, fed my dog, checked in the news, and was reading the internet and doing some things, and then I was like, I just felt uncomfortable, and I went and I laid down and I slept for 3 hours. 3 hours. And the only reason I woke up was because I was having this crazy dream about Steph over at Holy Crap I'm Fat, which if you don't know Stephanie over at Holy Crap I'm Fat, please go check her out. She's a ton of fun and I love her, but I had a dream about her and my nose is still itching. So I had to make myself wake up, and it was 2 o'clock. So I was like, okay, I have to go walking. I have to go now. So I put on my shoes and I hit the bricks, and it's so beautiful out there and it felt really good. It always feels so good once we get out there, doesn't it? And so I went and I did my one round, which was 4,000 steps. And while I was out, I stopped at my P.O. box, and there's a couple beautiful, I don't have them to show you guys. They're downstairs because I locked myself out. I had a couple of beautiful birthday cards. My birthday isn't until next Wednesday, but it was so nice. So I tried to get in the house, just put the cards down, locked out. So I went in the garage, put the cards in there, and just thought, what the heck? I have nothing else to do. I have no little boys telling me they're not interested in going outside. Let's just do it again. What's the song from Paint the Night Parade, Ralph's? When's it time to do it again? Anyway, I'm looking at the wrong thing. I'm now happy and proud to report that even though I didn't get out of bed till 2 o'clock, I got in 10,290 steps. So I'm glad. And you know what? I think I'm going to go out again later. I don't know, because I've got the mojo going. I've got my Shrunken Ned shirt on for those of you. Does anybody here besides Susan know who Shrunken Ned is? Hi, Carrie, darling. How are you? Now let me go back and say hello to everybody. We've got Rihanna, Gina, Leigh, Susan, Kathy, Susan Thompson. Hi, honey. Hello from New York City. Hope you had a wonderful Mother's Day. You're my daily dose of sunshine and smiles. Well, thank you. That's so nice. And your daily dose of nose itching, because gosh darn if my nose doesn't itch every time I come on here. Wouldn't it be lovely if that meant that I was going to get $1 million? I had a lovely, I'll tell you about my Mother's Day in just a second. How about you guys? I want to hear about your guys' Mother's Day. Yeah, Jan, it does. And then that's what I do is I go in and I sleep like crazy. And then I have the craziest dreams. I'm telling you, it was wild. Let's see. When can I see you again? That's right. Hi, Taya. I do hope everybody had a good Mother's Day. I know it was rough for a lot of folks who weren't able to see either their own daughters, their grandchildren. I hope that you were able to FaceTime with them, message with them, something. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, darling. You guys are on your own. It would be during this time I could see. Hey. I love you. So my Mother's Day, and as I'm talking, I want to hear about your guys' Mother's Day. I want to hear two things. If you're on the program, actually three things. If you're on WW or any other weight loss program, I want to know how you did. If you did well, if you didn't do well, how you feel about that. Because this channel here, when I come on live, is not about me doing all the talking. 'Tis not, my friends. It's about all of us talking and sharing how we did, any regrets, any non-scale victories, the whole 9 yard. Oh, what? I didn't understand that. Okay, so let me tell you about my Mother's Day while you guys are collecting your thoughts. Steve and Oliver let me sleep in. I finally got my ring light, you guys. Yay! They hooked it up and they put Steve's phone in it and they made me breakfast. And Oliver finally came in and said, Nana, can you get up now? I made you breakfast. So I came out. They had the music machine going. There was tunes going, I think. Yeah. The table was set beautifully. There was a bag from Oliver. Oliver had Nana's, Grandpa's phone on in the ring light, was recording the whole morning, recording himself cooking, and then all sorts of fun stuff, which I am going to put together, and I am going to post on my channel here in my little corner of the YouTubes, because that was part of why I started this. 80% WW, 20% family. And he went through all that trouble, so I know, Lou, I have to post it. And here's the funniest part I can tell you, because he's not here. Okay, so let me finish. So we had a beautiful, lovely, he made the best breakfast. I mean, that little boy makes me the best breakfast. And then I sat and opened my gifts. He gave me, let's see. I'm moving slow after my walk. It's time to build some more cupboards, you guys. He gave me, and of course it has a lid and a straw. And then he says, best Nana ever. He was quite pleased with himself, I have to add. And of course I made a big deal out of everything. I do too, Lou. It's my favorite cup. Everybody knows who's been here, Original 35. I could fill my whole house with stuff that says Nana on it. The thing I do with Oliver is, I let him do, when he's trying to do something for me, I let him do whatever he wants. Like there's a couple times where Steve would try to like hold him back from doing something. And I'm like, no. Just let him do it, because he's getting as much joy giving to me as I am getting it, right? And so, you know, I always overplay it. This is the best Mother's Day ever. Thank you so much. How are you going to top yourself next year? And open my gifts. And it was just a beautiful, lovely morning with my family. Then his mommy called, and we put her on the ring light just so that we could all hear her, and we all talked. And she was on the phone for quite some time. It was a lovely morning. It just really was. I got a good little boy there, and he's just fantastic. He's so funny. He wanted to, after it was all over, he wanted to make a blooper reel. So he tried to make up bloopers for the blooper reel. So I'm going to put those in there too, and you guys will see what it is. Because you know what? Here's the thing. As a child, I had 0 to 0 to 0 zip self-esteem. Still, I clearly struggle with it. I don't want him to be like that. I want him to think that everything he does is the best ever. Now, if it needs improving, I won't ever judge it. I have to be very careful. How can I explain what I'm trying to say? I want him to have confidence in everything that he tries. I want him to have confidence. So I will only do that. Now let me go back and see how you guys did. Oh, you ate your face off. I was like, huh? What's she trying to say? Is it in Morse code? Is this a clue? You ate your face off? Okay, let me also say I tracked everything and I stayed on point. The funny thing was with both Oliver and Steve said, nah, honey, lady, you're going to eat today. Meaning, and I said, okay, but I didn't. I tracked everything and I stayed under all my points. In fact, I kind of pre-tracked. Okay, so Lou ate her face off, which is a shame because it's a lovely face and I love it. I hope it's back soon. But did you enjoy it, Lou? Did you enjoy it and was it worth it? And you know. First, Rihanna says, I did okay trying to get back in the game since the quarantine, but I did lose 1 pound at weigh-in today. Right on, everybody. Oh, my gosh. Raina, if you're new here, I don't know if you're new here or not, or if maybe you've been hanging out and not comment. Water is a very big deal around here right now. Sometimes in the evening, like now, it may not be water, but I hope you have your water, something. Everybody have a drink, and here's to the 1 pound loss. Fantastic. I couldn't be happier for you. Estelle is up 1 pound thanks to eating like crazy yesterday. Estelle, did you enjoy it though? Did you enjoy it? Because you guys, if you enjoy it, it's okay. I mean, I'm not the one to tell you what's okay and whatnot, but Susan, did you like them? Oh, good. Yay. Then all my work isn't for naught. Let's see. Rena got a card from her stepdaughter and grandkids with pics drawn by the grandkids in it. Awesome. All stuff to save, right? Do you guys have those drawers too? And I'm so sorry my nose itches so much. You probably would have noticed if I hadn't opened my big fat trap. I have an Oliver drawer. I have his teeth. I have his letters. He is one who, when he gets in trouble, he slides in a letter to me and he writes whatever it is that'll get him out of trouble. And so yeah, the kid drawer. Let me go back. Estelle said, right, that is what helped him to be the kind of man every woman wants for a life partner. Thank you, Estelle. I'd never even thought about that. I just think about his happiness and him going into this world not afraid of things, which he kind of started off with his situation with his folks, you know? So don't apologize. Okay, don't apologize about the language because I'm all about the language. It's just words. You're not throwing punches in anybody's face. It's just a word, and I use language, so forget that, Lou. I'm going to kick you out of the club if you don't keep using your language. Gina says it was awesome. I heard from all 4 of my children. They spoiled me with fresh flowers and a meal from Zoe's kitchen, and you stayed on plan. Perfect. You got the best of all worlds, my friend. That's great. Out here, Lay J, it's in May. I don't know about on the other side of the pond, but here it's in May. Awesome. Good. Oh, it's good to see you. Thanks for saying hello. And Estelle's back on track today. I am too. Carrie says she spent the afternoon with her daughter, Hannah. I love that name, Hannah. I have a shirt Brittany made me for my last Mother's Day with her in 1999, so I've been wearing 21 years, so it's always an emotional day. Darling, I'm not even going to try to approach that with the right thing to say because I always do it in fear of screwing up. There was something else I'm trying to think of what we had for the rest of the day to eat. Oliver then went to his other grandmother's. Steve and I went to Jersey Mike's. We split a sandwich, so I pointed that, and then last night we had the Frontera skillet stuff, all in within my point range, and I'm happy with that. So with him gone this week, I'm just going to be a walking fool, and I'm going to see on Friday when I get on the scale how much of a difference it's really going to cause. What's that over there? Huh. Because I know it does, you guys. And you know what? When I get out there and I walk, it just really, and I repeat myself on this on a daily basis whenever I'm here with you guys, it just feels so good. So when I came home and the door was locked and I had to go back out again, it was wonderful. It was great. The only thing is there's not too many folks out there. I'm surprised. Oh, Carrie, thank you. Estelle got a beautiful, hi, Mindy. Estelle got a beautiful bouquet from my youngest daughter. She is MS Missouri, and you're in Alabama. Beautiful. I love flowers. I have come to the point where I just buy my own flowers. Hi, Cindy. Taya says Friday was my birthday. Happy belated birthday. You're a fellow Taurus. I'm next Wednesday. So my daughter came over with my grandsons. Everyone was wearing masks. We look like a group of bandits getting ready to rob a stagecoach. Estelle Zoomed with my oldest daughter Saturday for 4 hours. That's fantastic. So far, so good, guys. It sounds like since beautiful flowers and gift certificates. Wow, you guys are making out. It sounds like we had more positive Mother's Days than I think everybody was anticipating. People were kind of like approaching it with hesitation of disappointment and sadness, and so far so good. It looks like everybody found a way around that, and that's great. The only thing my son, which they're your kids, you know what they're gonna do. I got the old Facebook shout out. Every year on Mother's Day, he points out the fact that were it not for him, I would not be the mother. So he's the one that we should be celebrating. And every year I go along with it. For those of you that don't know, my oldest son, I gave birth to him when I was 18 years old. So he and I grew up together. So we have a different kind of a relationship. But it's one that I wouldn't trade for the world. We grew up together. And so we have a very lackadaisical relationship. He's my Disneyland buddy, but since he moved up there to be by Susie, which where's Suze? For anybody, oops, where'd you guys go? There you are. Anybody who wants to hit the thumbs up for me, that would be awesome. It would kind of help my algorithm. I just don't even know. I think I'm allergic to one of you guys. Hi, Lori. Good to see you. What are you having for dinner? I ordered a couple. Oh, here's the best news of all. I can't believe it took me 18 minutes to tell you guys. I FaceTimed my mom for Mother's Day. For those of you that don't know, my dad has Alzheimer's. And he came into the frame, and I should FaceTime with him more, but I don't because it scares me, because if he doesn't know who I am, I don't want to make him feel bad. I don't want to confuse him any more than he has to be. And something just got in me, and I'm like, go get Dad, Mom, get him on here. And he knew who I was. It didn't last long, but my dad knew who I was. And he knew who Oliver was, and he knew who Steve was. And it was amazing. That was actually the best Mother's Day present in the world. It was funny because I apologize. I said, hi, Dad. Neater's here, because my dad's one of the few people who would call me Neaters. Hi, Neaters. Don't tell my sisters, but I think I'm his favorite. And I was like, oh my gosh. And then I looked at Mom and I said in code, are you responsible? And she said no. And so I took it a step further and I said, hey, Dad. I said, we're looking to get some of the jazz tunes that you listened to while I was growing up. I didn't want to put him on the spot and say, can you tell me? Because of course he can't. I said, would you do me a favor? And if you happen to think of any of the artists and the tunes and the albums that you listen to, would you tell Mom so she can write it down and give me the list and I can purchase some of those wonderful tunes? And he goes, Oscar Peterson. Like, it just like came to him. So then my mom, I never realized that my mom was paying attention to the music my dad listened to, because they were kind of like, she was doing her thing, he was doing his was listening to music. And I was always my dad's girl. I didn't hang out with my mom. I hung out with my dad. And so did my son. So then my mom started saying people, and then my dad nodded, and I could just see for that brief moment, it was maybe, I don't know, it might have been longer than I'm giving him credit for. I could see the clarity in his eyes. And I just kept talking, hoping that he would hear this obnoxious voice, and I laughed, and I just would, I kept it simple. It was so wonderful, you guys. So since then, today we arrived. A little Oscar Peterson arrived in the mail. And then I got Pure Brazil, because we love Sergio Mendes too. There's a song, if any of you guys know this song, please let me know, because, this isn't something everybody listens to. The song is called Quiet Nights of Quiet Stars, but that's the name of this album. And it's Brazilian jazz sung in English, like the girl from Ipanema, and a whole bunch of other wonderful. But this particular song, if anybody cares to check it out on YouTube after we're done here, we all have so much time. I want you, if you have a pencil and a paper near you right now, I want you to write this down. The name of the song is Quiet Nights of Quiet Stars. But Oscar Peterson also does a version of it that's just mind-blowing. Lots of different, Frank Sinatra does it. But my favorite is Oscar Peterson. So that's my, and then I ordered these offline, but from a place called, oh, this is backwards to you guys, I think. Embrace Diversity. Isn't that just like the best? Timely. So yeah, these are our new music we'll listen to tonight. Maybe we'll sit outside if the wind dies down a little bit. I've already got Oscar Peterson and Sergio Mendes opened 2 tabs. Oh, Lou, I'd kiss you on the lips if I could. Let me go back and see what some of you guys are saying. Thank you guys. It was like, I wish I had a way to been recording it while it was happening. Oh my God, I love my dad so much. Chicken stir fry with carrots, broccoli, mushrooms, and brown rice. That sounds a great meal. That sounds great. Thanks, you guys. I can't believe it took me so long to tell you. Lori says, I Zoomed last night with all 3 of my children and my brother and his wife. We were celebrating my middle daughter Emily's 30th birthday, which was on Mother's Day. Oh, happy times. Hi, Ange. Happy times. That sounds like a wonderful, you know what, you guys, if anything else, sometimes when this whole thing gets to me, I try to remember that we're living in an historic time. And we're going through something right now. We're going through a really crappy time right now, but it is an historic time. And even though everything is on tape and on video and nobody needs us to tell them about it, in the future when we're old ladies and we got great grandkids and stuff, somebody's going to want to hear about it firsthand, right? Let's see, Judas is so happy. Thank you. You're editing your SmackDown. Lou, I knew I could count on you to listen to it. It's such good music. I mean, and thanks to my dad, I listened to, and what did you do for Mother's Day? What did you do with your girls? I want to know. I want to know what everybody did and how you did. Let's see, I'm trying to think of what else I was going to ask you guys. So far I don't see anybody saying, hey, I ate a whole, except for Lou, who ate her face off, but apparently it's back because she's able to look up things on the internet. Hi, Claire. Never apologize for being late, my friend, because I never plan these things. Oh, Herb Alpert. Well, you saw Oliver dancing to Herb Alpert. We need to get another one of his, though. Good times, good memories, man. Kingston Trio. Lou, did you ever hear of the Kingston Trio? Lori's kids are all over the place. Washington, D.C., Portland, Oregon, Costa Rica. My son isn't going to have the big wedding in July. Oh, are they going to still get married, though? Judith is with Lou. Hi, Judith. Hung out at home pretty much. Had ice cream last night. Teeny tiny Sunday. Well, why bother if it's going to be teeny tiny? Just kidding. It was a chill day. Good. But did you enjoy yourself? I had the conversation with my youngest daughter about about going through World War II and food rationing. Estelle, see, I think that's so needed at this time. I can't tell you how much I think it's needed. I think, and I'm not saying this at the risk of, I'm not saying, this is just my opinion. I'm not trying to piss anybody off. I'm not getting political, and I'm not getting any of those things. I think that the millennials and the younger from there down, they need a good history lesson on what people have gone through in the past for their countries and why, and the wars and the depressions. That's having to stay home and watch TV and eat too much really isn't as bad as our ancestors had it. You know, I think it needs to really be put on a scale for them to understand that doing a little something for their elders, for the people with a higher risk in today's world, it ain't so rough. What's that from? I hear it in my head from a movie. It ain't so an entire pint of Ben and Jerry's. Was it good? You'll see, lady. What will I see? I don't know what. Somebody else may have asked you something, I guess. Oh, good. Good for them. That'll be nice. And they're getting married at a historical time, you know. They could tell everybody. Remember when you heard about that pandemic? Oh, no. It's my mom. Hold on. Just hang on. Hey, Mom, what's happening?
Hey, I got
Spurtles.
The box was open, so how many was in it?
4.
Well,
4 of them.
there's only 3.
Okay, let me do this right now. I'm on live on my little corner of the internet right now. And then I'll FaceTime you. You could show me. I'll bring up my account and see what's supposed to be in there, okay?
Okay.
Okay, bye. Nothing can ever go right with my mom. I think I got her for it. I'll look it up when I'm done. Okay, enjoy your meal, Lori. I'm sorry if I missed you to say goodbye. Susan says, I think for sure that people would be asking us what life was like before COVID-19. We are the keepers of history, and it's our responsibility to record it and pass it on. Absolutely. My gosh. I agree. We didn't have what the kids today have. Did Steve walk in? No, I didn't see him. Suze, I was talking about you. Were your ears burning? I was talking about my kid and how he had to move up there by you. You know what, Lou? If you go on Amazon, they have some really inexpensive ones. If you're not, a QVCer. The ones, in fact, the ones I think I sent my mom are from QVC. Judith says, son and fam spent time. Hubby and I went to see our daughter and her guy about 1.5 hours away. Did anybody happen to see that plastic door hanging thing with the arms that little girl invented so that she could hug her loved ones? Did anybody happen to see that? Oh my gosh, it just touched my heart so much. Hi, Joanne. How are you, friend? She invented this thing. They took a big piece of plastic and they hung it in the door frame, and then somehow they made plastic arms that went through this side and plastic arms that went through the other side so she could hug her loved ones. And I just thought, oh my gosh, that is crazy inventive. And they were all hugging. And how about the good news that gets shown, right? I don't want to talk about the news because it's just too big of a conversation, but I enjoy good news. Me, Suze? Bye, Mindy. Have a good meal. Oh, is Lay J leaving too? She need to go to bed. It's late over there. So yeah, that was really cool. Maybe if you guys Google it up and have a look. My daughter and I put on our clean hooded coats and hugged like crazy. Hey man, whatever you gotta do, right? We're all adults here. I haven't seen or hugged anybody other than Oliver. I haven't hugged Casey, but he is allowed back in the house. On backwards. And with your masks on, right? I just had something I wanted to share, and now I can't remember what it was. Something I saw. Anyways, Google it and take a look, because the little girl who invented it was like somewhere between 10 and 13 or something. And leave it to the young, inventive minds, right? Every time we see stuff like that, we're like, why didn't we think of that? So, yeah, that's it. Am I sad, Suze? Do I seem sad? No, I'm not sad at all. I just walked, I slept a lot today. And then I went for a walk, and I got 4,000 steps in, came home, was locked out. And since I was locked out, nobody was home, I headed back out again, and I got my 10,000 steps in. I'm going to walk every day, multiple times, as much as my hips will let me. I'm sorry, do I seem sad, Susie? You normally read me really well. Maybe I'm just, don't have a lot of energy. I don't know. I am hungry. I didn't have lunch. I had breakfast. I had a smoothie this morning, which I haven't had in a long time. I had one container of vanilla Premier Protein, and then I have this great frozen fruit that's tropical. I count my fruit. If anybody is new here or watching this later, I just want it to be known. I do everything WW tells us to do. If you're watching me, you watch all the other WW YouTubers. A lot of them don't. Some don't count avocado. What else is not? Oh, blended fruit. A lot of folks. I do it. I just do everything they tell me to do, because you know what? When I dropped my 50 pounds, that's how I did it. I did what Weight Watchers told me to do. I didn't fight the system, because sometimes you just can't win at City Hall or something like that. So I count my blended fruit. And then I made some more overnight oats. I haven't made overnight oats in so long, it was time. I was getting burned down on my other breakfasts. So I had that nice full belly, you maverick, you. Hey, it's all about what makes you feel good. For me, I feel like if I were to start not counting something, because let's see, okay, I got my bananas sitting right here. Now, I don't know, this is just a rhetorical whatever. If I were to not count my avocado, because it's the same calories as a banana, so but we don't have to take our points for bananas, then I would start trying to think of other ways to get around it, the system. Am I making sense to you guys? Oh, is Judith leaving? Oh, high five to Judith. And hey, you guys know me well enough to know that I would never tell anybody how I think they should do it, and I never hold any. You do you, I do me. But I do everything that they instilled in me. Susan had a smoothie too. Spinach, frozen mango, frozen sun lamb Sean Connery. Frozen mango, frozen banana, and a cup of almond milk. So good. Oh yeah. Oh man, I just thought of peanut butter and some peanut butter powder in there. Yum. You know, I can't bring myself to do the spinach yet. I just can't. They even have a nice pack at Costco where it's all the fruits and spinach. Sean Connery. I can't do it. I just can't bring myself to do it. I have a mental block against spinach. But good for you. Joanne, are you doing everything by the book so I'm not completely alone out here? Because that brings me great solace. Sometimes I feel like I'm the only one. I'm not counting my blended fruit. I'm not counting my avocado. You know, I totally understand your guys' theories. I just have to do it all the way or no way. Oh, Joanne, you just started. I am day 5, so early on. Congratulations. Welcome. What program are you doing? And did you already tell me and I forgot? If so, I apologize. Susie likes Sean Connery. Lou, oh, I know. I just can't do it. Joanne, after you get into it for a little while, as you watch other YouTubers and you talk to more friends and make friends and stuff, you'll hear all the different reasons why. But since this is, wait, last I checked, we're on my YouTube channel, right? Hot damn. Joanne, I'm going to ask you that since you did just start, for the first 2 months, what program, did you tell us yet which program you're doing? Okay, I'm on the green too. See, me and Shrunken Ned. Carrie counts it all too, Carrie. Joanne, for the first 2 months, count everything, okay? And then if you start seeing things differently, and you hear different ways that the folks are switching things up, absolutely. Get to know what your body can handle, what it can't, what may make you gain more than this or that, because all of our bodies are different. It's bio-individual, and what works for you may not work for me, may not work for Suze. But for the first 2 months, I implore that you do it just the way Weight Watchers tells you to do it. Scan, drink your water. Thanks, everybody, for welcoming Joanne. It's a really cool community, my friend, here. It's great. Yeah, it really has changed. Oh, you're from Kat's channel. Oh, welcome. Oh, my gosh. Is she the loveliest lady or what? We have 2 cats, just in case anybody gets confused. We have a cat with a K. We have a cat with a C. Cat. Now, your cat, I can't remember the name of her cat channel. Lou, thank you for your backup. I appreciate that. Look at Estelle. She even journals her 0-point foods. That's so great. Joanne, you have a channel? Oh, well, let's go check her out. Joanne Plans. We're all here to support. We're all here to support. And I'm so happy. I'm so glad you came over. Thank you and welcome. Like I said, as you start watching more WW YouTube channels, you're going to hear and see all sorts of different ideas, some great, some not so great, all up to you on what you choose to do. Some folks, I keep, and I say this in every one of my videos, I keep my weight watching journey very simple. I track everything. Even if I have an over 1,000-point day, which has never happened, I track everything. I drink water all day long. Water is essential. I track my drink water. Weigh and measure, Joanne. Weigh and measure all your stuff. Buy a gazillion measuring cups and spoons and everything. And when I can, I move. But why did I start to tell you all this? There was a point to it. Oh, and there's a lot of them out there. There's a lot of, okay, like me, for instance, for you guys that want to join in with Joanne with ideas, please do, because this community, Joanne, is phenomenal, okay? All these ladies that are here that we're talking with, I know them all now. I've been doing this for 3 years. They're just lovely, lovely, lovely people. And we're here to help, so if you have any questions, concerns, but we will not loan you money. That's where we draw the line. Anything you need to know, please ask. But I think that, see, when I dropped my first 50 pounds, I did it by doing everything Weight Watchers told me to do. And then when I started screwing with things and trying to switch it up, yeah, that didn't work out so well for me. I like YouTube. Oh, Joanne, this is what I started to tell you. I do this as a hobby. I started doing this because I like to talk, obviously. And I never really had anything knowledge, felt good enough about anything to get on here and talk about. I don't have hobbies, blah, blah, blah. But I know my weight watching stuff. So one day I got on here and I started talking about it, and I have a great time. I've made so many wonderful friends. And so mine is purely hobby. You're going to see other channels that they just really do a lot on their channels, and it's just really amazing the amount of work that they put into their channels. But what I'm trying to say is that just because somebody says something doesn't make it true, right? Like if since I am on YouTube, I call it the Wizard of Oz effect. People think that just because like people like me who like to talk sign up for a YouTube channel. Well, you have a YouTube channel, so you may know what I'm saying. Just because I'm saying it, well, it must be true. It's not true. And it's not true for the other YouTubers out there either. So you have to, if anything strikes you as different or odd, or do your research. Talk to your leader. Are you going to meetings? Gina says, I track everything even though I'm on blue. I don't do smoothies because I think you should count the fruit as points, and I'd rather eat my points instead of drinking them. Amen, Gina. See? There is a perfect example. What if I want to borrow some money? Susan says, I also track 0 point foods. I think it's important because you can overeat 0 point foods. After all, they do have calories, and Susan lost 75 pounds. So great. John says, I spent over 4 hours recording and editing an air fryer video. It's like knitting or another hobby that other people have. Exactly, and I love it. It's so, so, so much fun. Exactly, Lou. What's true for one person isn't necessarily true for others. Online and app, perfect. So we will be your meetings too, and all the other fine folks here on. Joanne, do you watch Let's Get Fit with Sandy? And Carrie, you guys have to remind me. I keep doing this, like with Davina the other day. Oh my gosh, you guys, I told her, I was talking to Davina because we talk off the YouTubes. And I said, you're never going to believe what I did. And she goes, what? I said, I was giving people shout outs and I completely forgot about you. If you guys are on here who have a channel, remind me to shout you out. I just don't because I'm a numbskull. So Joanne here with us today, we have Carrie's Priceless WW Journey. Go to her channel. She's a WW channel. And she's lost 40 pounds online, so there's more help as well. Lou does not have a channel, but she's online only. She didn't like her meetings. Okay, so who am I forgetting, kids? You want to go over and see Sandy at Let's Get Fit with Sandy. Not only are you going to just love her, she works her program very well. She's a bright spot in your day. She posts daily. She's motivational, and she's just grown to be somebody in my life that I just love so much. I know I don't have to, Carrie, but I want to because you know what? Let me tell you, my friend, I wouldn't have 2 subscribers if it wasn't for the shout-outs that I got. And I'm not that sweet. I'm happy to do it. Please just remind me. Cindy's lost 45 pounds online. Look at all you guys go. Oh, thank you. Liz at 23 points a day is awesome, and she is also one of my closer pals. So Liz at 23 points a day. Lou, you're rocking it, girl. I love you so, so much. Right now, you're my favorite. I'm just kidding. Susie, I'm just kidding. Ah, Cindy. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, Christy at Planning Us Healthy. Joanne, I don't know if you plan your food or not. I am not a food planner. I'm a stay-at-home grandmother. So I just go and I do my thing. Estelle's lost 50 pounds. Christy is like this crazy good planner. The amount of works. And then there's Margot Porras. Margot's here. Happy belated Mother's Day, friend. Tracked everything, so did I. All right, so we have Margot Porras, who has been on WW for a long time and was at one point a WW leader. So if you have, Joanne, if you have any questions and you want to get into that rabbit hole, she's your gal too. It is hard to grow a channel. Super hard. You have 19,000 subs. I'm sitting here giving you advice, and you have triple what I have. That's humbling for sure. See Mindy Mom. I forgot Mindy was here. See Mindy Mom. Susie. It's all in hat. You'll always be my favorite. Thank you, Lou, for providing the links. Yeah, we got to get Carrie to that 1,000 subscribers, you guys. Let's get her to 1,000. It's such a fun, good feeling. Lou, thank you for putting up. Joanna, I hope you're seeing all these links that our hardworking Lou is doing. Carrie has not been around. Amy has not been around, but keep an eye out for N is for Nurse. She's another Weight Watcher pal. Carrie's WW Journey, but she hasn't been posting as much lately, but I'm hoping that she'll come back. And there's just a lot out there. The age range is from, super young to So I think, is Sandy our oldest YouTuber, you guys? But you got to go see Sandy. Tell her I sent you. Oh, Angela at Smack Vision. You want to see Angela at Smack Vision? She's been extremely successful. I do Dollar Tree hauls and lifestyle type videos. I am moving my content to more about living alone, over 50, budgeting, beauty, cooking, etc. Well, that sounds like a heck of a lot of fun. That sounds like a lot of fun. Guess who's here, everybody? Guess who trimmed his beard, everybody? Let's see if he's going to actually come down onto the screen. Oh my God.
What do you think?
Lou says it's nice.
Lou?
Lou.
Big Lou.
No, she's not big. Why would you say that?
I thought it was a guy. Sorry.
No.
Sorry.
Joanne says, nice trim job.
Oh, thank you.
And Sue says, hi, Steve.
Hi.
This is Lou right here, see?
Oh, okay. L-U. Okay.
Yeah, L-U.
Gotcha.
See, since her name is L-U-G, I used to call her Luigi.
Luigi.
But then everybody else started calling her that, so they infringed on my name calling.
Big Lou.
She's not big.
I don't know. She just wrote it.
I know. See, now, do you know why she has that wrench next to her, her?
Why?
That means she's a moderator, so if I'm busy yakety, come down so we can see your whole face, honey. It's just frustrating. It's
Sorry.
just, you look great.
I just got out of the shower.
You smell good. You look great. See, Linda even says, looks good. Anyways, it means that when I'm talking, if a troll comes along, do you know what a troll is?
No.
A troll is like somebody that's just scouring the internet and then comes in and says mean things just because, like Oliver says, it's a 35-year-old man in his mother's basement. It's like whack-a-mole. I call it whack-a-mole. So if I'm unable to get to the troll, the folks with the wrenches get them. She's the bouncer. Great way to put it.
There you go.
Susan says you're handsome. Hey, are you trying to hit up on my honey? She's the bouncer at the door. She's ready to get him. So I'm excited to listen to these. I think since he is up now, Joanne, I'll be coming over and subscribing. Since he's up and we've been going for almost 50 minutes, I'll hang up so that not to give you guys a chance to be burnt out on me. Thanks for joining me. I want to say that I'm super happy that I didn't see, not that I didn't see them, but seems like nobody had a horrible Mother's Day, and I'm so glad. Susie wants to know, hey, I have a question. Can I kiss my husband? I haven't even kissed him since the whole thing started. I'm so nervous. Okay, first of all, does he live with you? Because that's what makes or breaks the deal. Do you need one of us to come over there and kiss him for you?
Not me.
I'm so... I've been kissing my husband. I've been kissing Oliver, too. You are too funny. I'm nervous, too. And I don't even know where we stand as far as... Yesterday, who was it? Was it my sister? Oh, it was my daughter when we were talking to her. Yes, he lives with you. Yeah, give him a big smooch. Said, Mom, why don't you go out? The state's open. And I'm like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going walking, and that's it. Thank you, Estelle. A real pain in the butt. It's important to me to be real. It's important that you know exactly what gig. It's good to meet you too, Joanne. Excuse my constant nose rubbing. Now, after I hang up, you can go back in and you can get all the links that the checks in the mail for all your hard work. You didn't miss anybody. I'm pleased with everybody that you put. And thanks for joining me, kids. And maybe after walking tomorrow, I'll come back in and check in and see how everybody's doing. I need to come up with a way to say goodbye.
Adios.
That's one way. I love you, Suze. I am. Good night, all. Love you all so much. And like Steve would say, let's see what he'll say.
Adios.
Adios, muchachos.
Hasta luego.
Hasta Luigi, Linguini. I need to find out where my paint with numbers is.